What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So currently, on the Korean version of the game, as we can see, we finally have the data download for version 3 Aokiji, which we were waiting for a while. Earlier today, on the actual news post, they did actually fully announce the banner that we could actually have a look at, which did reveal a little bit of a glimpse of his artwork. I was expecting this to be his unevolved artwork when I saw the banner, but this is actually his fully evolved artwork. And even on the actual banner itself, we can't even view his unevolved artwork, which is a little bit weird. But I mean, first and foremost, I must say that I am a little bit disappointed the fact that this character is not in his time skip form, because we've only got one time skip KUZAN in the entire game, and that is his super evolution of his version 1 counterpart. So I'm a little bit disappointed that we have yet another KUZAN, and the thing about it is that this KUZAN, its artwork is actually also from Punk Hazard as well. It's like not even a Marineford one, it's legitimately Punk Hazard versus Akainu, and once again, we don't have a time skip version of the character, which is just such a pain, because the character looks so awesome in his time skip form. But obviously, the design of the character, the way he looks, is a very minute part of it. It's about what does the character do. So we will be talking about that in this video. We're going to be talking about this new KUZAN. So as you can see here, free multi-pull, as it did suggest on that banner before. A couple of days ago, they did announce that there was going to be a free multi-pull here on this banner, so you can pull and get a free shot at this brand new KUZAN. Now, you can see the surrounding him, there is a Blackbeard, a Luffy, and an Akainu character. These are the World Clash Rare Recruit characters. They are arriving back in this banner, which is absolutely phenomenal. Something about this banner as well that it mentions in its in the actual structure. So first multi is 30 rainbow gems. I believe second multi was a legend, and then third multi, and there's some other steps along the way as well, but the third multi, and this step does repeat a couple of times, but it's like all posters are guaranteed to be legends or special characters. So I believe there's going to be not only the World Clash characters, I believe there's going to be some other limited time characters available on this banner on Korea, and during those certain steps, all posters are either the special characters or a legend, which is just phenomenal, considering these World Clash units are all very powerful characters that see play relatively often in One Piece Treasure Cruise, especially this Akainu character. Blackbeard is actually semi-useful as well. The Luffy is definitely the worst one and like the most replaceable in a lot of teams, but this Akainu, like a lot of people wish they had him, myself included. He's just very, very good. And one thing that people are going to ask as well is, when is this going to arrive on Global? That we don't actually know. As it stands right now, the Korean version of One Piece Treasure Cruise does not have the Stampede celebration, so it's hard to say when this is going to arrive for Global. Interestingly enough, you can see that this is actually for a Kizuna Clash. Something that actually arrived today on the news post is the announcement of a brand new Kizuna Clash. Now you can see the Kizuna Clash, the artwork is for the World Clash Akainu. It mentions here in this post that Akainu is going to be the boss fight, and that the brand new KUZAN is going to be useful in this Kizuna fight. But there's no like new characters that are going to be available in the Kizuna. It's just going to be the Zoro and Sanji limit break materials are available from this Kizuna. It's just that the boss is going to be Akainu instead of Zoro and Sanji. And they did also mention down the bottom here, you can see the D here. This is Portgas D Ace, the World Clash where he was crying, you know, and then there was the counterpart to that character, which was the Sabo. Those two characters are going to be available in the Kizuna exchange. So if you were not playing around the time of that free Sabo and that free Ace character, you'll actually be able to pick them up from this Kizuna. So this is something that I can see coming to Global as well, with the KUZAN and this celebration as well. Now, as for when that's going to happen, we really have no idea. I don't know if they're going to, because at this point we are expecting Global's anniversary to be Kaido, and I don't think they want to try and overlap a celebration with the KUZAN and the Kaido at the same time. I feel like that actually clashes a lot. So what I think is going to happen is we might get this KUZAN maybe somewhere in March. That's just making a really, really crazy prediction. I don't actually know when this is coming out, but I would guess it's going to be sometime in March. I would personally love it if this KUZAN was like guaranteed during our anniversary Sugo Fest. I feel like that would be the best case scenario. And after you read what his abilities do, he's good, but he's not unique in any way, shape, or form. He's very similar to a lot of other characters that have already released. And as I said, yeah, he's very strong, but it's nothing unique. But anyways, without further ado, let's actually get into talking about this brand new KUZAN. As I said, we actually can't view his unevolved artwork, which is quite odd, but here is his max stats. Obviously, he's got critical hit. So critical hit, I didn't actually have a look at this. Is this 50% chance for 7%? That is awful. 50% chance at max level crit? Oh, dude, that's really bad. Slot bind reduction by 10 turns, that's stock standard. And barrier penetration, he always ignores barriers. Okay, that's pretty good. You can see he is a quick unit, quick free spirit shooter character. So overall, looking at it so far, really disappointed in his crit, but the rest of the abilities are pretty much what you'd expect. His stats are actually really good as well, so he's going to have 4,859 HP, 2,030 attack with cotton candies, and 314 recovery. So as for his captain ability, you can see right off the bat, he is going to be a strength, dex, and quick boosting captain. So let me go ahead and pull it up. I don't want to spoil the special just yet. But here is his captain ability. So his captain ability says, if the crew consists of only strength, dex, and quick characters, he boosts the chain multiply growth rate by 4 times, and he also will give your entire team a 1.75 times attack boost, and strength, dex, and quick orbs are counted as beneficial for your entire team. So immediately off the bat, it's very reminiscent of characters like V2 Sanji and V2 Mihawk, with the captain ability of increasing your chain multiply growth rate by 4x, and also giving your crew a very minor attack boost. So if you guys have ever played around with V2 Sanji or V2 Mihawk and you know how much damage those guys can do, well, KUZAN is going to be outputting very similar numbers to those guys, which is very exciting to see, because the characters like those, like the Sanji and the Mihawk, are some of the highest damage outputting characters in the entire game. Their captain ability is absurd. You're able to do millions of damage without even having to activate a single special ability. And comparing this character to the other two that I just mentioned, he is way, way better. The fact that he is a type captain instead of a class captain. I personally prefer the class captains a little bit more because I prefer those type of teams, but there are lots more characters that you can use with this KUZAN. And the thing is it looks like you can run just a full mono team of like any of these colors. You don't need one strength, one dex, and one quick character. It just says your entire team has to be only these colors. So you have to make sure you don't run any int or psi characters, and then you get the rest of the boosts. As well as the fact that he provides a 3 orbs beneficial to your team, which is crazy, right? Because you have like V2 Mihawk and V2 Sanji, they don't give you any sort of orbs with their captain ability. Well, Mihawk does give a little bit of a boost where dex and int orbs will appear more often, but not just straight up making them beneficial. So comparing the captain abilities with this guy with characters that are very similar, he is far superior. A much, much better captain ability. It just reminds me a lot of Legend Lucy, right? Legend Lucy's very similar in a way, being a strength, dex, and quick captain. Look, he's good. He's very, very strong, but personally, I wish that they kind of made him unique in some other way, shape, or form. But look, he's still really, really good. As for his special ability, though, 12 turn max cooldown. Very simplistic style special there. So let's go ahead and scroll down and give you guys the special ability. So the special ability of KUZAN, 12 turn cooldown, will say for 1 turn, for strength, dex, and quick characters, they get a 2.25 times orb boost and a 1.75 times color affinity, and makes perfects easier to hit also for that 1 turn. So this guy's going to be hitting really hard. The fact that you just will get a full orb boost and a full color affinity with 1 special ability alone is amazing. So as a sub, he is going to be really good. Unfortunately, as a sub, he doesn't provide orbs as beneficial to the rest of your team, which is fine, but being a 2.25 orb boost and a 1.75 color affinity to 3 separate colors is very strong. And making perfects easy to hit, obviously that doesn't matter that much, but with his captain ability, the fact that you want to be increasing your chain multiply growth rate, you want to be hitting your perfects, so he makes that a little bit easier for you, which is good. This reminds me a lot of like Neko and Inu, with Neko and Inu giving like lots of different boosts at once. The thing about it is this is only for 1 turn. You only get this boost for 1 turn, and that is it. The following turn, you don't get anything, but you got to remember, if you are running double KUZAN, you can get 1 boost on 1 turn and another boost on another turn, so that's a really cool thing. Even as a sub, right, I can see this guy being used way more as a sub compared to a captain, but as a sub, like, I can just imagine Douglas Bullet teams, right? Douglas Bullet teams would be perfect with this guy, as he provides an orb boost and color affinity. Douglas Bullet loves color affinity, and as well as providing a massive orb boost on top of that, like, this is amazing for Douglas Bullet, right? He just works on a lot of different teams. The fact that he can provide a boost to those 3 colors, which branches out in a large majority of the game. So as a sub, he's going to probably see more play, but don't discount his captain ability. He is still going to be very, very strong. Of course, he's being a strength, dex, and quick boosting captain, means you can run the Blackbird ship on this guy's team, which would mean that you can get 1 turn of additional cooldown reduction, which would make him a little bit more faster. So that's good to see. 12 turn cooldown as well for that special is very good for such a powerful special. So I really, really enjoy that. Now, as for his 2 crewmate abilities, This first one says that if he has a quick orb and he hits a perfect, he carries that over to the next room, or the next turn, which is great. And his other one says that he adds 9 times his attack as tap timing bonus damage to your entire team, which is actually really good. So that adds about 18,000 damage, which is phenomenal for tap timing bonus damage. So that's really, really good. He does also have a support ability, supporting strength, dex, and quick characters, adding 8% base stats to those characters. So look, just looking at it overall, KUZAN is very strong, and I've said this in Discords already, like just people talking about the character. He is very strong, but I'm just a little disappointed that I didn't give him any unique abilities. And I did mention this as well in my video first discussing about this KUZAN, that like usually when we have a global first character come out, it's usually like the abilities aren't like super exciting, or the unit will get outdated very quickly. And I don't think this character will get outdated very quickly, but the thing is, I just don't see too many situations where you desperately need this guy as a sub. Like, yeah, an orb boost and a color affinity to those colors is great, but he doesn't have any unique utility. He doesn't have anything unique in his captain ability. It's just another option that you have, and that's basically it. I think he's good, but I just hoped for a little bit more. But either way, let me know your thoughts and opinions about the V3 KUZAN down below in the comment section. Also, as well, that as I've said as well, I just don't like the fact that he's not time skip. I would have loved for him to be time skip KUZAN, but look, it is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.